Price hikes. Sultan asks traders to fear God as Ramadan draws near. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. The Sultan asks traders to please try to reduce the prices so as to get the blessing of Almighty God. The Sultan of Sokoto, Mohammed Abubakar III, has asked traders not to increase prices of foodstuffs as Muslim month of fasting approaches. I use this medium to call on all market people who sell things to be fearful of what Almighty God will ask them when they get to Him on the day of judgment, Mr. Abubakar said. He said traders should rather reduce prices of commodities to receive God's blessing. Instead of increasing the price of foodstuffs and other essentials, please try to reduce the prices so as to get the blessing of Almighty God, he said. The Sultan made the call on Saturday in Bauchi at the close of a week-long 2022 National Quran Recitation Competition hosted by the Bauchi State Government in collaboration with Usman Dan Fodio University, Sokoto State. He stressed the need for traders to be wary of the day of judgment and to avoid extortion of patrons. The Sultan, who is also the President General of the Nigerian Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, called on government at all levels to evolve measures to reduce cost of living in the country. I think it is left to all of us in authority to work together and bring this rise in cost of foodstuff to affordable levels so that all of us can have a successful Ramadan. I believe it is not too much to ask the government after all. We elected you into office to serve us and not for us to serve you, the Sultan said. Muslims across the world will observe a 30-day fasting period, Ramadan, beginning in April. Now, let me say this. Do you know that we are our own problem? Yes, there is increase in the cost of transportation because of the adulterated fuel and the fuel scarcity that followed suit. Yes, there is increase in price of things. But do you know some people's own are too much? Some people's own are very much. Let's say, for instance, you get something for 2 naira. You come, you sell it for 5, 6, 7, or 8, 9, or 10 naira. Do you know why you are selling that thing at 10 naira? You have not even gone far. Even at 10 naira, you're selling it, you understand, you're still making your profit and you're still making an overturn, a good profit. Now you hear, while you have not even gone quarter, halfway of even selling your goods, you hear that, oh, things have increased in the market. And you ask, no, how much? You're saying you start selling your own at that price. Now that is on one side. The government, they're not even making this easier for us. Do you know the government is actually the cause? And listen, this is why I say they're the cause. Do you know that some things that we use in this country, let's say, for instance, let me talk about things that are internationally made that we import. Do you know that if government want to practice price control, let me start from international, then I'll come back to the local. Do you know that if they can do well to reduce taxes, let's say, for instance, all these duties on goods that are imported into the country, the amount of money to clear them from the seaport, all the delays and all of that, the time and the money. Do you know if the government reduce from them, the government will not have the power to tell people, do you know what? This is the price, this is the recommended price to sell. But because our governments are too greedy, they are not looking at that direction. They're not seeing that as a means of, serving. They can actually do a lot with coming in, reducing the prices of things, reducing the stress that comes with, how things are done. Let things be done in such a way that the stress will be taken off of people and, of course, as well as the funds. And as much that when these people now get to their respective places where they'll sell it, you are now going to now issue, we have now started reducing prices of this and this and that so that it can be soft on people. And what we are doing is, since we have started reducing the prices of this and this and that, this is the recommended price. Do you know that it is actually going to be fair on the people? Why? Because at least there will be the case that, the government have actually reduced. This one is though you are coming, you are paying, the government will say another thing and you're going to go there and you'll be see what you hear is what you get. That is another way. Now, locally, how our government can also assist is those who are involved in production, they need light. These people pay light and still pay for light. In developed countries, you get what you pay for. You pay for water, you get water. You pay for power, you get power. You pay taxes, you get good roads, you get good infrastructure, you get social amenities. It is as in life is A and B, as in life is 1 + 1 there. But in Nigeria, you pay for light and you pray for light. Apart from that, the fact that you still pay for light, you still buy a generating set. You buy a generating set. You buy gas. You buy PMS. You buy oil for the generating set. If the generating set gets faulty, you repair it. If it needs servicing, you service. If fuel is scarce, you buy fuel at a high price. All these things, though, are going to inflate prices. That is when people people finish producing their things that are very expensive. I don't blame those people at all. Sincerely, I don't blame them at all. Now, that is on one side. Am I going to talk about water? Are we going to talk about water? We all know that in this Nigeria, people have reserved. See, the thing is, we pay for those things and we do them by themselves. People pay for water, yet they themselves, they do borehole. Imagine you as a person, you do borehole in your compound. You understand? We pay taxes. There's some taxes that you cannot evade. You understand? You pay them, and after paying them, you don't get good roads. In fact, you pray that you will not meet traffic on the road, and the traffic is either two things: it's a result of bad road, or there may be man-made causes. So you see, we are the cause of our problem in this country. The government are there doing their own, while we the civilians are here. We're also making life unbearable. So the thing is, apart from this level of, apart from, it is almost Ramadan, let us do this. It is good, let us do it for the long term. Do you know that if we do things for the long term, things that are good, that we will reap the results bountifully? Do you know that? So he said, yes, what this particular man came out to say,